warroomsports.com. Get that mobile app.
Football fans, what's going on? Welcome to Field Vision, brought to you by War Room Sports. We don't know where the Sports Kings are, but, it's in conjunction with them. We have a very short show. It's just me and my brother B. Austin here about the Jaden Styles the game. B. Austin, what's good, beloved?
Yo, this the greatest duo since EPMD. You dig?
No doubt, no doubt. EPMD and my beat, man. Who better?
EPMD.
All right, let me hear another question real quick. We got duos. You got Run DMC, you got EPMD, you got Mobb D. Who's the greatest duo in hip hop, man?
I'm gonna go with Run DMC.
Put you right on the spot.
Yeah, put me right on the spot, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna say Ray and Ghost or Nas and AZ, and they neither one of them like really a duo for real. But I'm cheating though. Anyway, man, this is about football. Shout out to all the football fans who hit us up all week on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the whole thing at War Room Sports. We want to talk about what's going on right now in the NFL as a quarter of the season is passed. There's a couple topics I got to get my brother's opinion on. Then we'll do some picks for the week. B. Austin, the first thing I want to ask you about is Joe Philbin. He was fired after a 1-3 start with the Miami Dolphins. Was that premature? What do you think about him being fired already?
I'm not a fan of firing coaches midseason because I don't think it's fair to the teams. I don't think it's fair to the players or the fans. They did have one win out of that. I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation to speak, but in past, has his voice lost effect with his players? Is he doing things that are contradictory or counterproductive to the teams? Is he inhibiting their forward movement? Don't know those things, but I'm not a fan of firing midseason.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is more to the story. It's something that we don't know. Even it could be us in the media or people in general. Something else is going on here. He was 24-28 overall, but it may be one of those things you just said where it's other things. He's just not not motivating the guys the right way, and the owner spent a lot of money to improve that team, a lot of money. He spent a lot of money to get a quarterback, a nice little bag, gave Sue a bag. So he was looking for some results. And it wasn't the Dolphins lost games, and they just weren't playing well, or they weren't looking cohesive as a team. So
it was the response. There's a lot of talent on that team, and it wasn't translating to the field. So maybe ownership and management looked at him as the leader, as the head coach, and said, your voice isn't being heard in the locker room or on the field. And so we got to get rid of you. Think of this. Ndamukong Suh, in my opinion, still was the best D tackle in the NFL. But through a quarter of the season, he definitely wasn't playing like it.
Yeah, he's not playing like it. Yeah, my next question, and it's not that we're doing a Dolphin show, but it's just a lot of news with the Dolphins. You saw Suh kick Fitzpatrick in the head. My question to you is, do you think that was intentional?
I think I'm gonna answer that this way. I realize you asked me a specific question, but I have to go this way. I think Ndamukong Suh has been a part of so many incidents, and inadvertently or accidentally or maybe intentionally has caused harm to other players, done disrespectful acts. I feel like because he doesn't go out of his way to keep a clean nose, that we owe it to the world to assume that it wasn't, because it's not the first offense. It's not the third offense. It's not the fifth offense. Come on, you see where I'm going with this. So
this is like he on his Bill Cosby joint. It ain't like it's one person.
Whoa.
What I mean by that is at some point, right? You may say, well, it wasn't enough, but the same thing, you get my analogy.
And I hate to go here with it, but it's like, even if it wasn't intentional, you're in Ndamukong Suh, the whistle is blown, you got to go out of your way not to step on that dude, even if it is an accident. You guilty until proven innocent, and you caused that. Is it fair? Definitely unfair to him. Definitely unfair. Life and the game of football aren't fair.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Before we get to picking these games, one more thing. We talked about Philbin. If I say hot seat, what other coaches popped up in your head right away that you believe is on a hot seat in terms of this NFL? Do you really believe that? Though? Do you really believe that?
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. I don't believe that. I don't think that Chip Kelly is on the hot seat. That's more like wishful thinking. I also don't necessarily believe. I don't believe the Niners coach is on the hot seat either.
Yo, but they're not. You know what? I thought about that when, in reference to this question, and this is like it's a difficult question to say who's in the hot seat. I mean, we're talking about people losing their jobs for Christ's sakes. But when you look at the Niners, it's not that they're losing. Yo, they just don't look well at all. Like was Harbaugh that?
They lost so many players.
They did. They did. They lost Francis MH. They lost a lot of players.
Your man, Colin Kaepernick. Like now, it's not funny. I'm not making a joke. Like I'm not clowning. What is wrong with Ian?
He should be playing baseball. His curve is amazing.
Yo, look at his foot. You can break down his body. Pause. His footwork. He's not planting. He's not driving through. His feet aren't set. You can look at his arm positioning. His arm positioning is terrible. You can look at his eyes. We all know that Colin Kaepernick is the type of dude where he hasn't reached reading through 3 progressions or 4 progressions. So you cut the field in half. But now it's like he can't even giving him 1 or 2 reads isn't working. Yeah. I saw the Cardinals game. That's one of the worst games I've ever seen a quarterback play. Like he looked at the other team.
So my question is he going to get his coach fired already? Like is
it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. It's possible. The hot seat question is interesting because there are a couple coaches that come to mind, but it's like I think about the Saints coach and they're struggling right now. There's a lot of coaches that come to mind right away, but the Chip Kelly thing is interesting. Because a lot of these coaches I'm naming is not that they're losing, but it's another thing when you're losing and your guys just don't look disciplined. They don't look well at all. And that could be said for the Eagles as well as the Saints who play each other this week. So, we shall see what happens. Let's get some picks before we get out of here, man. One of the bigger games, we got Seattle, the NFC champs playing the Bengals, who are undefeated right now and playing good football. Who you got in that game?
I'm going to go with the Bengals because I believe, I'll stick with my mantra. The Bengals are the most talented team in the NFL right now. They're clicking. They're on all cylinders. Their running game is working. Their passing game is working. Their O-line is working. And defensively, they can get stops. Now, I believe that Seattle, as a defense, is back to being elite if they ever left being elite for that short 1 or 2 game span without Cam. They are elite.
Killer.
They can get stops. But it's one of those situations where normally the Bengals may score 32 or 33. In this game, you're going to see them score 21 or 22. The problem is, can Seattle's offense put up points against the Bengals defense? Yeah. Because
remember, you said
offense isn't.
Remember, you said that in about 3 weeks, Killer Cam will be back, and it's getting to that 3rd week, man. He might be in rare form right now, man.
No,
we'll see. But
I'm a Cam fan. Like I'm a Cam fan.
Killer.
We overrate him. We overrate him a little bit.
We probably do. We know we probably do though.
But anyway, about him like Earl isn't the best player in that defense. I know you don't get because Cam will hit you and give us that film that we want to see. Cam will hit you and give us that film. Earl don't give us that film.
But yeah, I know, and that's why we probably overrated. But with that being said, I'm also going to roll out with the Bengals. They're playing well all facets of the game. I thought the Ravens would be playing this way at this point in the season, but the Ravens look terrible, and the Bengals look like that team because I thought both teams not great, but solid at all 3 phases of the game. But the Bengals have put it together. They're playing well on offense, defense, as well as special teams. And shout out to the people who still troll my video. There's a video on our channel about the Bengals and Marvin Lewis. It's like 4 years old when the Bengals were stinking, and I was asking how Marvin Lewis still got a job. Like, they come 4 years later when the Bengals are doing well, coming at my neck. So shout out to y'all.
Yo, you know what though? I'm gonna defend you. Not that we usually defend one another because we don't ever agree, but Marvin Lewis should have been fired. Like, I go kind of back to a broke clock is right twice a day. Like, he's just been wrong so bad. Like, now it's time. Like, he's not a terrible coach.
No, not at all.
He should have been fired like 3 or 4 different times.
Yo, it's funny though, because like people don't realize, like, at one point he was doing it terrible. But the thing about it, instead of firing him, they just flipped the whole roster over. Like, Marvin Lewis should have been fired about 4 times already. You know what I mean?
And they fired the whole coaching staff. Yo, like,
my man will
he got pictures of the owner's wife because he don't even got his own coaches in there.
Yo, my man will blame everybody. He will turn over the whole coaching staff, the whole team, but he's gonna keep him a job, man. He said it's bigger than Nino Brown. Anyway, I'm taking the Bengals, man. A couple more games I want to get to. We got the Rams playing in Green Bay against the God Aaron Rodgers. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers at home against the Rams, who are playing better. Gurley's playing a lot better. They got your old quarterback out there. The Rams are looking, pretty solid overall, but they're going against God, man. Who you take?
I learned my lesson. So I'm not betting against God. I'm hopeful that Nick Foles will continue to progress and show his ex-coach up. So I'm hoping to see Nick Foles put up a big game here and from here on out. But Aaron Rodgers is different, man.
Yo, he's different. Yeah, we joke. We call him the God quarterback, man. People say the God MC. He's the God quarterback, man. So shout out to Aaron Rodgers, man. One more game we got to talk about, is the Patriots at the Cowboys. What do you think about this? Do you think Brady and them are going to run the score up on the Cowboys or what?
I think that Tom Brady has taken a lot of things personal throughout his life, and you continue to give him – Tom Brady is cut from the Michael Jordan cloth, not athletically, but he's so proficient and so great at what he – you know what? It ain't Mike. It's Larry.
Yeah.
Larry Legend. Yo, Tom is a
Boston. It's that Boston. But you know what, though?
To the point where he feels disrespected about what happened this summer, and he took it personal.
Yo, and the thing about it is, it's like, I agree with you, man. Like, this guy is one of the most successful athletes ever. And somehow he still plays with a chip on his shoulder, which is amazing.
Dr. Bayon explained to us 3 years ago about basal ganglia. And my man's basal ganglia is off.
My man got a mean basal ganglia. Yo, because Aaron Rodgers is cut from that cloth. Aaron Rodgers is still mad right now about who passed on him in the draft. I'm like, dude, you want an MVP and a chip. Same with Tom Brady.
Yo, you know what? And I made a mistake. I shouldn't have picked the Chiefs, because at the end of the day, wasn't it Alex Smith that went like 1 or 2 in that draft ahead of Aaron Rodgers? I should have known. I should have known.
Yeah.
I blasphemed.
He went, and he had one of the best games of his career that game. He went ham. But listen, though, this whole Patriots thing, I do want to salute Tom Brady, because after all the success, you got the money, you even got the chick. Like, for him to still have like the attitude that he has and approach the game that he does and play with his attitude is commendable, man. And they pissed him off this offseason. So there's no way on God's green earth that I'm taking the Cowboys. I'm going to ride out with the Patriots. And that's easy to say considering Fred Perdue isn't on the show tonight, because I probably would have picked the Cowboys just to go against Fred Perdue's team. But he's not here, so I'm taking the Patriots. Last
drive, you're down 4 points in the Super Bowl right now, today. God or Tom Brady?
See, that's tough, because body of work is obviously Brady. But, yo, I ain't going against God, beloved. My arms is way too short. As simple as that, man.
There it is.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, man, for me, my brother B. Austin, man, this has been another episode of Field Vision. Thanks for all the support. Like I said, Field Vision is doing well in terms of audio as well as, the video. And we get a lot of comments and what have you. So shout out to everybody who hit us up on social media. We appreciate the support. Share this video if you listen to audio, because the audio is what's popping right now. Audio is definitely popping.
It's all about the audio.
If you listen via audio, you in your car, you in the gym, you're making a sweet passion love to your wife. Whatever you're doing while you listen to Field Vision, man, we appreciate it. Continue to share this, and follow everything. Follow everything we do. Follow everything we do at warroomsports.com, man. So as I said, man, it's another episode of Field Vision. This is, Jimmy, my brother B. Austin. As we always say, don't accept mediocrity. Steadfast in the war against ignorance, and we'll see you chumps on top.
Ciao, we gone.
Yo, shout out to Matt Barnes, by the way, man. Keep gooning.
Kuwait, it's the war room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys, diversified and educated.